Hi, my name is Amy and I just wanted to make this quick casual video about my experience with the advanced driving course to hopefully help someone else, as there isn't a lot out there, especially from younger people. So let's get on to the first question. What is advanced driving? Is it J-turns, handbrake turns, or is it pull push steering with a bunch of old age pensioners that go 40 miles per hour in national speed limits when they don't need to, and they complain about the highway code religiously? Nope, it's none of those things. It's actually based on the system of car control, which, to put very, very simply, is a 5-phase system that is used for the approach on hazards, and equally it's a planned approach, so you're always prioritising safety, and but it has other benefits as well. And emergency response drivers use the system when they are responding to emergencies. Wow, why am I doing this? But that is why roadcraft, I will put it just here, that is why roadcraft is pretty much the advanced driving bible. But at the core, advanced driving is about the system, or it's based on the system, but you know, going further than that, you do learn other things as well to kind of supplement it and refine it. Okay, so how did it change my driving? I always think this: whenever you're driving with passengers especially, you are 100% responsible for their safety, and that's not something I take lightly. So for them to actively comment and say, I feel safe and comfortable whilst you drive, is like a huge reassurance for me. So I've become more confident because I know how to corner and things. I know how to drive to the speed limit safely when it's okay to do so and appropriate to do so to the conditions. And it just brings out that enjoyment for me. This car is only 83 brake horsepower and it's a 5-speed manual gearbox. But actually, learning how to use the gears effectively and efficiently has changed how I see driving this car, has changed how I see driving, and I'm so grateful for it. I had an incredible observer who sort of put me through my paces, challenged me a lot because I wasn't the most confident. I'd passed my learner test first time, but I just didn't feel equipped. I didn't know how to corner. I was braking on corners in 5th gear, you know? I didn't know how to overtake. I'd never been on a motorway. Observe, anticipate and plan had kind of been implemented before, but it wasn't to the extent that advanced driving taught me. And so yeah, it just changed everything. I felt so much more safer, so much more confident, and my enjoyment for driving has just gone through the roof. Like, yeah, it really made me fall in love with driving, and I didn't think I would as much as I have. So yeah, I really advocate for it because of those reasons, really. Yeah, it just makes you feel like, okay, I'm behind the wheel, and you're almost like playing chess. You're 5 steps ahead in case something happens, and sometimes it won't, but when it does, you're ready for it. And yeah, I just can't explain how much reassurance that gave me as a driver. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. What about the downsides? Because there's downsides to everything. So what are the downsides of advanced driving? Well, for me personally, I can think of three downsides to advanced driving. Insurance. I rang up my insurance provider after I passed my advanced driving test, and they gave me a whopping, wait for it, £5 off my premium. £5, a fiver, which is better than nothing. But I thought it would be a bit more than that, and I think it seems to be a bit of a trend, like including Pass Plus, like you do it with the promise, or not the promise, but with the idea that you are going to get better insurance premiums. But that wasn't the case for me. Of course, I'm under 25, so I come under that bracket. But yeah, it was a shame because I was expecting just a little bit more. So if you, especially if you're young, going into it thinking, I'm going to get a great insurance discount, you're probably unfortunately not. But yeah, that's not why I did it in the first place. If anything, it would have been a bonus, but yeah, just be wary. Second one is a bit deep, but it is people challenging you. And what I mean by this is, a lot of the time when I say I'm an advanced driver, people will say, but you're a woman, you can't drive, or you are too young, you have no experience, you can't be an advanced driver. What the hell's advanced driving? I'm an advanced driver, I'm a better driver than you, all this kind of thing. And I get that it stems from an ego, but you will get people, in my experience, who just don't take you seriously, who think you can't drive at all, who will tell you as much, who will tell you they could pass the test with their eyes closed. And it just kind of, yeah, it's going to happen, but it's a bit, I don't know, but people just come along and outright stereotype and say, oh, you're a woman, you can't drive, sucks, but I'm not getting upset about it. I'm just saying it's something that I've picked up on, and it will probably unfortunately happen. So that's another downside. Third and final one is you will be tired because your levels of concentration are through the roof and you're trying to get the system in place and you're trying to do all of it and smoothly refine it. Maybe you're even throwing commentary in there. It just makes you so tired after, so don't worry, it's completely normal. I even know some response drivers who did the police course. The first week is just implementing the system, and they said it's one of the hardest things they've ever done, and they were just exhausted after. So yeah, I wish someone had told me that, because I thought it was just me and like driving wasn't for me, or advanced driving wasn't for me. But in actual fact, no, it does require a lot of concentration, and I think it's a good sign if you're tired after. So just a heads up, because I wish someone had told me that. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it interesting and somewhat informative. Going forward, I'd love to make more videos, so if you have any video suggestions, leave them in the comments down below, or any questions as well, and I'll be happy to answer. I could talk about masters because I've recently just completed that, or anything like that. Yeah, it would be cool to talk about advanced driving and some more, so let me know. Also, just a reminder, I am not a representative of the IAM. I wasn't told to say any of this, wasn't paid to say any of this. Your experience will vary depending on who teaches you, what group you're with, all of that kind of thing. And I'm not here to say I'm a better driver than anyone or to boast. This isn't what that's about. I'm just purely giving my experience in the hope that it might help someone decide maybe they should go for extra training, or yeah, dispel some kind of myths around advanced driving and things like that. So yes, hopefully it helped someone. And if you are interested in learning more just in general, I would really recommend reading through Roadcraft. It will give you a better idea than probably I can. So yeah, I will leave a link for that in the description below. You can check that out. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.